Imagine waking up in a world completely reset. No people, no cities, no governments, no history books. Nothing but untouched earth forests, oceans, mountains, rivers, and you. You are the first spark of a new civilization. There are no rules, no borders, no maps, no money, no one to tell you what's right or wrong. For the first time in human history, the slate is clean. So, where do you begin? The first instinct is survival. Food, water, shelter. You remember fragments of knowledge: how to boil water, how to make fire, maybe even how to grow crops or hunt. But once you've survived the first few weeks, a deeper question rises. What kind of world should you build? Because now you're not just surviving, you're designing the future. Let's say, eventually, you find others. Maybe you weren't alone after all. Scattered across the globe, more people begin to appear. They're looking to you because you've lasted the longest. You've started planting food. You've written down thoughts. You've begun shaping order. You've become the blueprint. So now, the real decisions begin. Do you create countries again? Or do you keep the world borderless? Do you invent money? Or try a system based on trade or shared resources? Do you write a constitution? Or trust the group to decide things together? This is where the weight of civilization presses down. Because with every choice, you are shaping millions of future lives. Do you bring back democracy? Do you try something entirely new? Do you allow religion to flourish or try to keep society secular? Would you teach the old languages or build a new one that avoids miscommunication and bias? And what about technology? You know about the internet, electricity, vaccines, satellites, but rebuilding all of that, it's not as easy as remembering how to use it. Do you preserve what humanity had or go slower this time? What if you chose to delay industrialization to avoid pollution, climate collapse, or overconsumption? What if, instead of fossil fuels, your civilization ran on renewables from the start? And with medicine, do you prioritize antibiotics, vaccinations, and public health systems? Or do you start with basic hygiene, nutrition, and education? There's no cheat sheet, no ancient texts, no scientists or historians to help you now. Only memory and vision. Now imagine this. Your civilization grows from one village to a dozen, then 200s of people. You're facing conflict, disagreements, maybe even violence. How do you deal with crime? Do you build prisons again? Courts? Do you have police? Or councils? What about power? Do you create leaders? Or rotate roles? Do you allow elections? Or aim for consensus? Eventually, someone will want more than their share. Do you allow wealth to exist? Do you tax? Do you redistribute? You remember what happened last time: inequality, greed, war. Do you avoid capitalism? Do you try socialism, communism, or something entirely new? And when someone invents something powerful, say artificial intelligence or nuclear energy, what rules do you put in place? You're not just leading anymore. You're shaping the moral foundation of a world. Now think of culture. What holidays do you celebrate? What music do you preserve or create? Do you encourage art? Do you allow myths to take root? Do you rewrite the calendar? Would you even teach history the way it happened before? Or would you erase the old world to avoid repeating its mistakes? Maybe you teach everything: the triumphs and the horrors, wars, genocides, revolutions, and renaissances. Because knowledge is power. And power, if unchecked, always finds a way to corrupt. Now imagine the children being born into this world. They only know your systems, your rules, your values. Will they be more peaceful, more cooperative? Or will human nature always circle back to dominance, conflict, and hierarchy? What if the flaws weren't in the systems but in us? Or what if we just never had the right chance to do it right? Rebuilding civilization is not about recreating history, it's about imagining better outcomes. Maybe your new society values mental health as much as infrastructure. Maybe empathy is taught like math. Maybe science is democratized, not monopolized by corporations. Maybe, in this world, you finally build a civilization that uplifts everyone, not just the powerful. And maybe, just maybe, it lasts. But here's the twist. Even a perfect system, if left unchecked, can become oppressive. So the real challenge isn't building a better world once, it's making sure it can evolve, adapt, and be questioned without fear. Your job as the first isn't to control. It's to inspire, to empower others to think, to lead, to challenge, and then to step back. Because if you truly restart civilization the right way, you won't be remembered as a ruler. You'll be remembered as the one who made it possible for others to thrive. And maybe that's what we've always needed. Not heroes, not kings, but gardeners, stewards, architects of possibility. What if this time we got it right? Because starting over isn't about escaping the past, it's about finally learning from it.